So, hello and welcome. This is Erica Glessing, and you're joining me for 8 minutes of daily inspiration for entrepreneurs and lightworkers on the Erica Glessing Show. I'm so excited to have with me today Alissa Taglione. And Alissa, where are we talking to you today? What state are you in? What country are you in?
I'm in Dayton, Ohio.
Ohio. I don't think we've been to
Ohio.
Ohio lately. Awesome. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about you and your coaching.
So I am a transformational life coach for women and mothers who are looking to have a more fulfilling, more personally based life. I really help women kind of like bloom is my thing. So I help women bloom and I help them get through hard transitions and kind of clear out the clutter of their brains and really plant seeds as to what they want to create in their life and really help them overcome negative thought cycles and obstacles to getting to that goal. So we really
Yeah, it's
start
fun.
where we are.
It's so interesting, I think, for me, like as I became a mom, like first of all, I wanted to be a mom. So it was like, yeah, I was totally
Right.
planned to be a mom. Like it was something like I wanted to do and it was something I chose quite consciously. And then when I became a mom, it's like, I don't know, my whole life changed, my chemistry changed, my body changed, my what I did every day changed. It was like my priorities changed. And now my kids are high school and I was so joyful today. Like I had a milestone. They all three got up, got ready, and got out the door to school on time.
Yes. That's a win.
I know. It's like the things that you think when they're little, it was so easy to do so many things. And now it's like sometimes they don't want to go to school or they have a cold or one of them this or one of them that. And with three teenagers, the chemistry in the house is really interesting. So, yeah, I love that you work with moms. That's cool. I'm sure a lot of the listeners will be interested in that. And then, Alissa, tell us a little bit about what inspires you. Like, what gets you fired up? I love asking that question.
So what gets me fired up is just really seeing people do their thing unapologetically, like really just showing up as their true authentic self and putting their life out there and not succumbing to the cultural standards. So like I feel like especially for women and moms, we're really expected to be a certain way and do certain things. And there's just so much more opportunity for mothers and women out there to really own your own business or start your own club or like just expand upon motherhood a little bit. So that really gets me fired up, is seeing like moms who really love their kids, who really love the parenting part, but they want more, and being able to help them get that, like that gets me out of bed every single day.
That's so cool. I think for me, I used to think writing books got me out of bed, but I've written a lot of books.
Right.
I think I'm taking a book nap.
Yeah.
I've written so many books, and I also like that creation of something new and something fresh. And um, we talked a little bit on the pre-chat about building a program. Tell us a little bit about what that's been like for you in building your first program.
So first of all, it was like very scary to really put all that I've worked on myself and all of the work that I've done in the last 3 years and really kind of formatted into a course that women can access. So like making sure it's available for when they're available. So making it as offline as possible. And then just making sure it's really valuable and that the stuff that I'm putting into the program is science based. It's some proven methodology. There's so much, not that there's anything wrong with woo at all, because I'm a bit of a woo person myself, but I think with coaching, like we really need some tried and true methods, especially as we're going through a transformational program. So that was really a big thing for me, is just making sure that there's science in this, and some guaranteed success if my clients are willing to do it. I mean, the biggest and the best thing about building this program has been connecting with people and networking online and talking to these other women who are really looking for making that change in their life, and being able to connect with them one on one and hear their stories and really implement that into the program that I'm building. So it's been a cool journey.
You know, for me, this is going to sound so strange, but I was looking at like salad. So I was like, you know, salad makers took lettuce and then a bag of salad dressing and they shrink wrapped it.
Yeah.
And then they put a picture and they said, get your salad now in a bag, right?
Hmm.
And it
Yeah.
was like lettuce and then maybe a little bag of croutons and then a bag of like creamy dressing. And
Hmm.
when they packaged it, they could sell like 50 times, they could charge like 50 times as much as like just the lettuce. Although lettuce itself isn't very cheap, which is funny. So if you look at like, or they would just wash it and shrink wrap it. Instead of, remember, lettuce just used to be in um, bundles and you'd have to wash
Yeah.
it. And really, those bundles of lettuce are basically now gone, like the dirty lettuce. Like it's almost harder to get those because everybody likes the lettuce in a bag. And that's
Right.
what I think is so fascinating about putting your work into a program because
Yeah.
it's almost like you're like, okay, well, people like things differently now than they used to, you know?
Right. Yeah. What you're saying, like really having that packaged, you're not necessarily selling lettuce, you're selling a solution. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's an
you're
answer
selling
to a
dinner.
problem. You're selling dinner. Yeah, it's not just lettuce, it's dinner. Like you got it handled. Lunch is done, right? Like, and you can be fed and it's over. Right. Perfect.
I was just reflecting on that because I was looking at like what makes people say yes to something, and I think sometimes those little bits of care that you're talking about. Tell us now. You can go ahead and share specifically what your program's called and when people can find it and things like that, and where.
Yeah. Okay, so my program is called the Bloom Method, and it will be available May 1st. They can find it at my Facebook page, which is Alissa Taglione Coaching and Consulting, and also at my website, which is www.vivant-coaching.com. So I'll give you all of that information for show notes and everything else. But the program really goes through starting where we are and taking a deep inventory of our lives and really looking at the places where we want to make changes. And then it goes into another module of being really strategic on how to implement those changes and then really managing our mind while we are implementing those changes. So whenever you want to change something in your life, your brain is going to say, no, it wants to work as efficiently as possible. So your brain is always going to put up a roadblock to starting something new, which is interesting because your brain always rewards you when you've achieved something. So it's getting through that kind of uncomfortable state of starting something new, managing our minds around it so that we really get the results that we want and we
Right.
don't start something new and then drop it
Right.
off.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. I just did a podcast on should I give up? And it was the same exact thing of like when we go somewhere new, everything goes into, oh my gosh. And then
Right.
it's really tempting to give up. So thank you for coming, Alyssa. This was
Yeah.
perfect. I can't wait for the Bloom. We'll include the information about how to find Alyssa and how to get a hold of her programs and learn more from Alyssa Taglione. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Erica. I appreciate it.